Hi everyone, welcome back to another one of Running Guild's running lectures, running videos. I hope that all of you had a good race over the weekend. Regardless, did you do the team run or the 10K half marathon or even the full 42.195? Now that the race is over, a lot of time we ask ourselves, right, race is over, so what's next? And this is the reason for me to start this series of little videos that hopefully over the next few weeks until the year end, you would know what to do after a major race, after a marathon, how long you should rest. And these are topics which I realize are missing in a lot of running workshops, running talk. You go out there, they teach you how to prepare for your race, how to eat right, how to choose your shoes, but they never tell you what to do after the race. And so today we'll start the first of this series called Race is Over, What's Next? Over the period of the next 3.5 to 4 weeks, we will learn that how is life like after your major event? What is this thing called cross training? How do you use it in preparation to get into your next event? And finally, Sports Psychology 101. The year is going to come to an end soon. How or what should you do to go ahead and prepare for the next running year ahead? We kick off the first chapter with rest. The concept of rest, although it's always been stressed, isn't well understood by runners. How long should you rest now that your event is over? What type of rest should you utilize? This is what I call the race is over framework. That the moment you cross the finishing line on Sunday, your rest should have started. You should give yourself some passive rest, which is literally doing nothing, up to 96 hours, which is what about tomorrow. Then after which your active rest begin, cross training begin, and subsequently you work your way back to your next year's training program. The problem with a lot of runners whom I work with over the years is that after the major event, they deny themselves of quality rest. They get back too fast and too far into training. And before you knew it, bam, they're burnt out physically and mentally. So hopefully from the next few slides, you would know what to do about rest or with rest in your training. Now, passive rest, physical recovery. I hope that right up to today, which is the 72 hour, and that for the first 96 hours, please avoid all form of exercise. In fact, you should have taken a day or two or leave from work to rest at home after Sunday's race. And in this 1 week or even up to next week, you might find yourself sleeping in or even earlier for more hours of sleep. Now that's normal, trust me. Your body has just gone through many months of training for the Grand Slam on Sunday. So right now, you really need those extra hours for your recovery. And most importantly, this is my favorite part of post-event. Feast and indulge. You paid your dues at the race, so right now, just go ahead and take a step back and just eat whatever you want. It is fine. I repeat, it is fine to do that. This is a celebration period. Now, for those who raced on Sunday, if you had achieved your PB, your personal best, you done well, your race plan was well executed, I must say, congratulations. The weather was very kind to us on Sunday. It was literally downcasted with little rain, and the last time I saw that was during my marathon stand chart also, way back in 2006. So hopefully with this beautiful weather on Sunday, you guys and girls have clocked a good timing lah. But yet, truth is sometimes shit can happen. Look at the picture. Perhaps for some of us, we had that cramp somewhere along the way, 35 km. hit the wall at 36. Gastric pain, diarrhea, and that we couldn't achieve the target that we set out, regardless of the distance we were racing. I want you to know, friends, that even if the race didn't turn off well, your plan didn't work. You as a runner, you have the right to wallow after a poorly executed race. Remember, expressing your frustration is part of your recovery process. Just go ahead, cry, block, vent it to another runner, really anything that can help you get your dissatisfaction from Sunday's experience out of you, just do it. But it must not end no late. It must end, my friends, no later than a week. Don't keep wallowing in past defeat, and you must move on. Which is why I'm going to talk a lot about mental recovery in your passive rest state. The physical rest is easy. Just sleep. Don't exercise for the next few days and eat what you like to restore and repair your muscles. A lot of the time, it is the mental portion that runners have a hard time managing after a defeat at a race. And I realized that with the years of experience working with runners, they didn't manage it well. And these past scars remain and haunt them, that it gradually erodes. It gradually eroded their confidence for the next race. So moving forward, my friends, these are a couple of things that you can do to help you in your mental recovery during this week. Now, number one, you find a positive after the wallow. I don't believe, no matter how shitty your experience was during the race, that you can't find that little, even 1 inch or ounce of little positive thing from the race. Think back what happened in Stanchart. That perhaps you didn't get your marathon PB, but you might have clocked a new half marathon PB at the halfway point. Now that's still a positive thing that's worth celebrating about. So don't belittle those experiences. You just have to dig back and think what happened. Secondly, analyze your defeats. What went wrong during the race? And sometimes these are things that's within your control. Maybe you were too anxious that you didn't sleep well, then learn to cope with your anxiety. Or perhaps during the race you underestimated the distance or the demand of the marathon or the half marathon. So for next training, just train more. Look for clues to solve this puzzle of the defeats. And of course, most importantly, set new goals. The earlier, the better. This gives you more time to start preparing it for your next grand event ahead. So the main thing about these weeks of passive rest, like I said just now, is really your mental recovery. Remember that looking back will hinder you from coming into the future. Now that the race is over, for those who didn't do well or didn't do what you planned for, don't look back at your old defeats that get you down. Only those who don't attempt anything will not fail. But the fact that you were there on Sunday morning at 5 a.m. when everyone else was sleeping, well, I wasn't sleeping, but I was watching the race on YouTube. But the fact is that you were there together with the remaining 40,000 runners is a fact that's worth applauding too. So don't look back at your old defeats. Keep on moving. On the other hand, as for those who did well, you clocked your personal best, my advice would also be don't look back at that old victories and thinking that you have arrived. Remember, on your quest for good, don't miss out on the best. The fact that you can break a PB this year means you can still keep on breaking that. So don't stop and think you have arrived. Start planning for next year's races. So that pretty much sums up the mental rest and the passive week part. Coming up next, which I'll be probably launching it this weekend. Look out on our Facebook on Sunday. Topics I'll be covering will include active rest, which will start next week. What exactly is active rest? And that during the active rest week, when you do cross training, how or what is cross training all about? And that how do you know that you are recovering? What is the marker or signs you should be looking out for your recovery? Something that is practical and feasible. So come back again on our next video to learn about all this. And just a little advertisement. We are currently selling our No Frills Run 2014 Event Tee, limited edition Event Tee, at $16 a piece. So this run's design will be the running watermelon. So if you are keen to place an order, please drop us an email at info@runningguild.com. I repeat, info@runningguild.com, and I'll send you the link to do your purchase. All orders must be placed by, sadly, tomorrow, the 5th of December, and the collection will occur on the 5th of January at Punggol Park. So wait no more, we are only producing a small quantity of this limited edition tee. Very nice piece to add to your collection. So thank you so much for your time. See you again at our next video.